I'm gonna do a kind of video log in here. It's nice. It's cool. What I'd like to talk about, just a couple of things. Someone, a user that goes by the name of Orga something, made a comment in that it's too bad uh, Nano Spartan slash Anthony and G2K Master slash Evan are not friends anymore. That kind of comment probably means that he's been watching Nano Spartan X2's, aka Anthony fans videos. And of course, Nano asked him a question and he probably answered it. I haven't checked if that line of action was what truly conspired, but you know, uh, it's been almost a year. Ending a friendship is hard, particularly since I'm not the one who ended it, but depending on your paradigm on things, I was the one who caused it, I guess you could say. Uh, what happened went down like this. Me, Anthony, and a mutual friend of ours, John, who you may see in some of my videos, I duel him in Yu-Gi-Oh! And whatnot. I was showing him the Gamera trilogy. Now, when you watch a movie with me, first times are usually pretty damn serious. No one talks, bathroom breaks first, even if you don't have to go, let what's in your bladder and or colon out, yada yada yada. And Anthony doesn't seem to like that too much. He's one of those kinds of people who only watches a movie once really, and he doesn't watch movies and doesn't take them seriously. He's always making jokey stuff, surface level things. I don't necessarily find that too appealing to me, because that's something good if you want to do it after you've seen the film a couple of times. Once you get the aesthetics, you understand the characters, you get the character arcs, you see what they did there, yada yada yada. But I guess on top of all that, the thing that broke the camel's back was, as it turns out, while Anthony was in his room and me and John were in the living room, John decided to play with this big ass zipper lighter Anthony's parents have. Now, I made John put it back. He's 12 years old, at least he was at the time. you know, I can handle him, okay? I didn't think of it as anything big. I made sure nothing was messed up or anything, yada yada yada. And that just shows how unserious I take this. And about a good, I want to say 6 hours, more like 4.5 hours later. It was after Gamera 1 and 2, and we had to stop at the beginning of Gamera 3. At the beginning, because John had to leave for supper. Which, but, after John left, I didn't want to cause no trouble during the movies, but once John left, then I told Anthony, hey, I caught John messing with your lighter. And, Anthony took great offense that it took 4.5 hours, to tell him. Then after that, I kept touch with John a little bit. He doesn't give a crap about me anymore. The last thing I gave him was a taped version of a good widescreen copy of Godzilla vs. Megalon. Speaking with John, it seems as if, Anthony also didn't like it that I was a wet blanket, which is to say I had a lot of depressing things about me. I can understand putting on a fake facade for people outside, okay, for like family and friends, but there are certain things that you need to express, and you do need to lean on friends to express such. Now, of course, after a while, bitching doesn't do nothing. My philosophy always has been, instead of bitching, do something about it, to be proactive. But at times you can't do anything about the situation, because it's just gonna make things worse, particularly if it's involving loved ones. And Anthony cannot he could empathize but not sympathize. he could understand, but he couldn't feel me. I don't think had quite the same kind of stuff happen to him as I've had to me with in regards to parents. And last time I spoke to Anthony was 10 months ago. It was at either the end of June or the beginning of July. It was a day I had. It was the day after I went bald because that summer, last summer was so hot, and I decided to make up a reason as to why to visit Anthony. He and I had a Skype conversation that didn't really seem to go anywhere. I thought it was going to go somewhere, but ultimately it didn't. I went to Anthony's house and I made up an excuse. Hey, I want to give you back these sleeves. I don't need them anymore. Because, who am I going to duel in Yu-Gi-Oh? And he just said that he lost hope in me. And there's stuff piled upon that. Mostly absence. I know I am expecting a lot out of a friend. Therefore, me as a friend, I should expect as much out of me. But, I do regret not going to his graduation. I do regret that. I had to take care of Mom, but I still regret that. It's got like a rock in a hard place thing. There was a couple of times that we were supposed to rekindle the friendship in April, March or April, and it never materialized. Well, whatever. In the end, I'm pretty sure I was pretty shoddy as a friend. But it's been a year, and part of me really wants to. Anthony, if you're watching this, do not think, us splitting apart hasn't affected me. I do miss you. I miss you, but at the same time, God, I don't want to disappoint you again. You're a fair enough guy, and you probably have a freaking life now. Strangely, I found out you had a fucking Facebook. And I was not even looking for you. I was looking at Donna. Donna looks like a nice piece. But you probably have had that now. But you seem to have a life. You work at the nail shop probably still. You go to college. Which more than I can say about myself. Because probably I'm not going to go to college for a while. That's just not an option for me. If there's certain things happen. And, I guess things right now are the best they can be. But, I wish I could be better. I felt as if something about me personally. Okay, I'm still recording. I feel as if a thing with me personally devalued. I mean, I'll say this, as a Japanophile, having Anthony as a friend was great. Mostly because, even though he's Vietnamese, he was into Japanese culture like I am. Not as much, probably. In different aspects, I'm more of the tokusatsu eiga guy, and he just anime everywhere. Anime. His playlists had a whole bunch of Japanese tracks along with different songs that, not only did he introduce me to, but I've actually kind of changed my life, songs which I really like and stuff. And it's kind of like a good bit of that devalued. I mean, I could be like Asia in a Big Trouble Little China and be like Japan's in the heart, but I kind of felt alone, cut off. Yeah. Okay, so there's that vlog. Goodbye, I guess.